According to Josina Anderson, a team in the top 7 viewed prospect Shaduer Sanders as being brash and arrogant. You know me and Stevo got something to say about that. And then the Bengals tag Tee Higgins again, and Devante Adams was released from the New York Jets. Y'all know we're going to talk about it out, plus a little bit more right after this.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. If y'all tuned in today, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I'm your host here, Bobby, with my other host, Stevo, in the building. What's the word, my guy?
What's good? What's good?
Man, let's kick off and talk about some other stuff that we done heard after the combine. And more in particular about one of the top quarterback prospects in this draft, in a very weak draft for quarterbacks. According to Josina Anderson, she posted a tweet to where she said, and quote, "I am disappointed to hear that a quarterbacks coach from a team drafted in the top 7 referred to Shaduer Sanders as coming off brash and arrogant in his team interview and making his assessment known to a number of people, per source. I'm purposely not naming the team as not to directly call the team out. I'm just sharing that this coach's personal assessment is the direct
My
opposite
fault. I don't know
of
why my
how
phone on 100.
came across to many reporters in the press conference with media at the combine." She went on to say a lot of other things and then ended with this. In addition to his press conference with a large group of reporters, I thought Sanders showed several sides of his personality as a well-rounded program changer in his previous 2 stops in our one-on-one interview at the NFL Scouting Combine. We all just left in Indy. Stevo, there was a whole lot right there. But what are your thoughts on this QB
Yeah,
talking
it,
crazy?
it was irritating, and that's why I was trying to find the clip I was listening to earlier when they said it was the piece they ended off at the end. I think it was a different article where they said if it's me and the way I'm sounding, they feeling like the team that said these things felt like either he's just super brash or arrogant, or him and the Sanders family know something they don't, aka they already know where they going. And I think that's what it's leaning towards. I think I say it's a 70 to 75% chance that Shador knows the likelihood of where he's going. Um, for the past few years, most of these quarterbacks kind of know where they're going, and especially when it's such a low profiled QB class, you really know what teams are really interested or not. You know the ones that just doing the interview just to say they did the interview and do their due diligence, and you know the ones that's legitimately willing to take you. And I think Shador knew back, but way before the Senior Bowl, who he was most likely going to. So I think that's really what it is. He's not showing that much care to somebody that's probably the 7th pick of this draft because he know he's not making it that far.
For sure. And I agree with it too. I just look at it like, bro, every single time we come around these damn scouting combines, it's always some bozo or a couple bozos that think they smarter than everybody and try to creep up or throw out a name out that ain't nobody thinking about, i.e. Will Levis. Nobody was looking at
You
Will Levis as a top 3 quarterback. And then you had a couple guys coming out of ESPN and other media outlets talking about Will Levis. Oh my God, he's jacked. He has strong arms. He has a strong arm if you work with him. And then we all did all that talking. And then Brian Callahan, coach for the Tennessee Titans, couldn't stand him after week 1 this past season. So I'm just looking at it like, bro, at the end of the day, I think that shit is just more so some type of plight or hatred towards his father. You don't like the way his daddy talk. You don't like the way he carry himself. And his son exudes confidence. You should want a confident quarterback in your room. if you talk to and you look around from Jackson State to Colorado, teammates went to bat for Shaduer Sanders. And you don't and let's make it clear. When you go and you play football in the locker room, don't nobody give a damn because your coach is your dad is the coach of the team. If you don't rock with somebody, you still don't rock with them. If you know where we come from, we say F your daddy too.
I was just about to say, if you are a parent, your parent is the coach or part of the coaching staff, whatever, you probably got it more harder than everybody else.
Facts.
Because not only is the coach gonna be hard on you, they gonna be gunning at your teammates gonna be gunning at you for practice. Are we
For
gonna see
sure.
this motherfucker for real? We gonna see if he really about it. And I'm pretty sure Shador been doing that all his life.
Facts.
I'm sure that's what it is, honestly.
Yeah, bro, and that's was one of the things that ticked me off about the whole thing. You talking about you see him as arrogant. Name one superstar quarterback that's not arrogant. Name them. Get
They
like
all they all some assume some form of arrogance.
for
The
sure,
great you gotta be the greats do it. All the greats are assholes.
for sure. Like what? Like that's why. And it better not been the Giants. I'm gonna tell you that. It better
No,
not
for real,
been the Giants. It
bro.
better not
If
have been the
bro,
Giants.
bro, if this come out and there's the Giants, I ain't gonna lie. This whole that whole staff from I don't give a damn if you write if you make the printers that need to go. Cause that y'all just making too many goddamn mistakes. It's just a bad omen over that franchise if that comes out as them.
Yeah, bro, because that just don't make sense to me. Like, you knew who was gonna come in the building. You knew who was coming into your room for an interview. This the same mug that's been flashing a rollie his whole college career. Y'all thought it was gonna stop.
That man had the other coaching staff in his face, and he said, "You know what type of player?" And that's the thing. Hearing confidence things talked about confidence from somebody that exudes confidence, and not only that, you know where he come from. You know
Facts.
who he. I'm
It's
done.
just ridiculous.
Like y'all gotta start with this confidence stuff because if it's a white dude, he's fired up. I like it.
Right. Like how y'all upset that a young man is out there being confident in who he is and believing that he can come in and change a franchise. Hey, last point, Stevo, to your earlier point, he could be trying to position himself to that silver and black. I'm just saying. Don't they pick at 6?
6 or 7, yeah.
Yeah, maybe Josina was just trying to, give us a little insight on the low. He's trying to make weight.
Why that man
Relationship with
name
Tom Brady.
that man name too close to John Cena? I'm sorry.
For real.
Every time you say it, I'm like, who? Oh,
Josina, yeah,
Joe
man.
Cena.
But hey, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But y'all let us know how y'all feeling about that down below because I just think it's out of pocket. But we'll see what happens when the draft happens. We'll see how far Sheduer falls, if he falls at all. We'll see. But in other news, excuse me, the Cincinnati Bengals
To Seattle.
place that damn franchise tag on Tee Higgins again, Stevo, for the second time. Now the Cincinnati Bengals, they have until July 15th to reach a new multi-year deal, which we know, at least in my interpretation, everything is very unlikely that it's gonna happen because you tagged him again.
Mhm.
But if he plays on a franchise tag this season for the second time, he will make 26.2 million guaranteed in 2025. So, how you feeling about this whole tag again, bro?
He ain't playing. He ain't gonna play, and I don't blame him. If he don't, if he just has, you're not about to sit here and franchise him twice. Like he already was going over on the real, not doing this little contract he did last time. No, you pay that man or let him go. It's that simple. And I understand, like it's hard to keep a guy of that caliber as your two because he's definitely. I mean, I think he could be an X, but you got to prove that you could be an X,
Right.
and you only get that opportunity when you're allowed to get that opportunity. And as long as Jamar Chase is there, he's not gonna get that opportunity. But it's hard to keep somebody that's equally as talented as your ex on your team. And this day was gonna come at some point. It was gonna come at some point. So you either gonna have a very offensive minded team because you're just gonna pay both of your wide receivers as long as it's your quarterback, or you just gonna let them go and sure up everything else around you. I mean, you didn't made it to the Super Bowl with both. You didn't get it done, and you ain't been able to make it back. So I think the best choice is it's gonna suck, but let them go and just try to build around your team properly. And for once, for once, have your quarterback go into the damn offseason and come into the season healthy for once and build an O line.
Facts. Like, what are we doing, bro? And I think that this is where teams get themselves in trouble. If you sign them long term last year, you won't have to worry about giving them more money this year.
Mm-hmm.
In the way that these front offices, you see the smart ones around the league, and you look at them and you say, hey, this team's smart. They signed their star early. So
Mm-hmm.
now, instead of paying 26 this upcoming year, you could have paid 22, 23. No, it's not crazy in savings, but if you think about how teams can structure the deal to where they add in sign-on bonuses or signing bonuses to it to help out with the cap issue, you give yourself a good opportunity to not screw up your cap situation in a situation like this, to where you got to pay Jamar Chase, who's pretty much come out clear and said he trying to reset the market for non-QBs, or at least for wide receivers. You don't have to struggle to keep guys like Trey Hendrickson. You don't struggle and allow guys like Joe Mixon to walk out of your locker room when you know
Facts.
how valuable he was to your franchise. It's just complete stupidity by this cheap organization. They being cheap and they being stupid. I'm with you, Stevo. Let Tee Higgins go. Let him go ball out with a goddamn New
Team that
England
wanna
Patriots
right.
that'll pay him that bag, and he'll be able to go over there, make his money, be able to perform as the number one behind a young quarterback like Drake May. Let him go. Free Tee Higgins. We starting the campaign. Fuck it.
But you know what? As soon as you start talking like that, you know what popped in my head?
What up?
Hello, this is Eddie Reed. We was just calling. We
What?
was just calling to see is this true that you're gonna really because we have some trade pack because like that's what I think maybe that's what they're trying to avoid. Maybe. But hey, like you said, if you wanted to avoid this, you should have gave him a long term deal last year. That's what everybody was telling him to do. They didn't do it. You put a lot of these situations these teams put on them on themselves. These ownerships, these GMs don't do their due diligence and they don't do the right thing. So therefore, you put yourself in this pickle. And I'm just saying, if you don't know this, I'm gonna tell you, this is a slap in the face to him, and he's not
Fact.
gonna take it lightly.
If I'm Tee Higgins, don't call me until we got years on a deal with nice money on the deal.
When good at him, like I said, game changing money.
For real. Cause bro not finna, he went out there and pretty much risked his health with no security last season and stayed healthy. The year prior, Jamar Chase missed
Mm-hmm.
some time and he was up there putting on and held
You
it
paid,
down.
and you paid him.
You know what I'm saying? So what we doing? It just don't make sense, man. It's just, hey, free Tee Higgins. Stop
Free
trying to
T
be
Higgins.
petty. Stop trying to be petty. Don't think you finna go out there and act like somebody finna trade for him unless they say to hell with it. We just gonna go ahead and do it. Maybe like a New England Patriots say, who to hell with it. We'll offer you a third. Whatever. But until then, from Tee Higgins, don't call me, don't text me, don't hit my agent up unless we talking M's plus years. Don't want to play on no 2026 franchise tag. 26 million ain't nothing to sniff at. But this man deserves long-term security. He been productive his whole career.
Especially compared to the other wide receivers that have gotten paid in recent years.
Crazy. Brandon Ayuk got paid. You pick your
I
poison. I
mean,
won't choose.
I love DJ. DJ got paid.
But Ryan Poles with the Chicago Bears did it
He did it
early.
early.
So now you ain't got to worry about going up or upwards of 26, 28, 30 million. You got it out the way. before other because DJ Moore got extended way before Brandon Ayuk and
and,
all them other guys.
and the number was so perfect. He was like, "Cool." He would even like,
Exactly.
yeah, he it was a respectable number. And he was like, "Cool."
Yeah, bro. And I think that most players they'll be like, as long as the number is respectable, I can work. I can bend. You know what I'm saying? I can bend
Yeah.
or leave a couple million for the sake of I like where I'm at. I
Mhm.
believe in the guy that's on the other side of the field with me, and I believe in the damn quarterback in Joe Burrow. In this situation, they just screw. They just I can't stand that shit. And
They
that's the
doing it
last
to
point,
themselves.
Steve. This is why, look, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan, but I'm not a hater when it comes to understanding the talent that he plays with and the talent that he had throughout his career. But before they signed this new CBA, he was one of the guys to say, we got to fight hard to get rid of the franchise tag. Nobody wanted to listen. At least could have came to the table and say, you can only franchise tag a player one time. At
Mhm.
least that, but not two times, back-to-back years. And the guy, nah, bro. Nope.
And what's crazy is when he said that, there was countless of people from different positions, from linemen, wide receivers, cornerback. There were so many examples of them double doing it twice. And that was the main thing. Like, if you're not gonna get away from it, I thought they was gonna at least walk away with what you said. You can only do it once. They didn't say shit.
They
So
just said,
like,
yeah, y'all ain't drug testing like that no more. Cool. I can smoke more weed. Cool, man. All right.
all right, what shows all y'all where y'all priorities really lie.
On the real.
So
Screwed
hey,
up. But hey,
that's
free
on
T
y'all.
Higgins, man. But before we get up out of here, Stevo, we also received news yesterday that Devante Adams was released by the Jets, saving themselves over $20 million. Remember, we talked about it briefly with them only receiving about a $6 or $7 million cap hit if they released him. They released him. What you think? How you thinking? How you first of all, how you feel about the release? Because I feel like we already kind of knew where it was going. Do you think he moved fast, or you think he slow down a little bit to see if he want to go back to Aaron Rodgers, or see if the perfect opportunity opens up? How you looking at that?
With his situation, this now it's weird because I have no idea what he's thinking. I
Mm,
have no idea who especially how the year ended with them and just the whole how the whole season went. I don't really know who's going to be willing to take him because you got that whole Netflix deal when you see him going off justifiably so, but you know
right.
how people are like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if this is really good to bring into my locker room right now, and this, that, and the third. But yeah, I can't really tell you exactly where he going or where he good, but I will say I don't think it's gonna be quick. I think he gonna sit and observe for a minute because the last two places he picked didn't work out at all. So I think he got to be very strategic and careful in what he picks now.
I think that make a lot of sense, bro. I'm trying to pull up some real quick because Stevo. I'm looking at the Buffalo Bills, bro. I'm just saying. The Buffalo
How much is
Bills,
how much
they
is what you call it getting paid over there? You know what I'm talking about? That just came from Cleveland.
oh, Amari Cooper, yep.
Amari Cooper.
Damn.
That's my only question.
Yeah, that's what I was. I couldn't remember here, but I do
Let's see.
remember now. He is over there, but I was like, man, if they had some way somehow to free up some cash, whoo, that'll be a break in. That'll be a nice parent. I got one more for you. I don't know what they salary cap look like. I'm trying to figure it out. What you think about parent T? No, not T Higgins. Devante Adams with a Justin Herbert in
I like
L.A.
that. I like that. And the pressure gonna be off of him because you know John Harbaugh prioritized that run game, and yeah, I think that could work, and that's gonna be he. Yeah, I like that. Now I'm thinking about it because I'm thinking about the whole playoff and how that shit was a blunder, and they need somebody, and Quentin Junkins is the young wide receiver there. He can ball a little bit, but you could tell he needs somebody of elk and who's done this before and a similar body type. I do think he is Quentin is a little bit bigger than Devontae, but to learn all those releases, all them routes, how to manipulate the defense, reading the defense. That's something that can help them. So I do like him going to LA.
For sure. And they let go of Khalil Mack. I believe they released Joey Bosa, or at least having discussions about it to free up some money. So I think that'll be interesting. But we kind of already knew that Devante Adams was gonna be on the move eventually, because Aaron Glenn, when he got the job in New York for the Jets, then when they was Aaron Rodgers, he was, nah, we ain't talking about Aaron Rodgers. Essentially, that ain't the exact words, but essentially the man's, we ain't talking about Aaron Rodgers right now. We talking about
Mhm.
how we finna change the culture, how we finna move this thing forward. Woo, woo. He was saying a lot of different things about like how he want to change the way that the Jets operate. And you kind of knew that some of those Aaron Rodgers teammates or some of his friends and stuff, they was gonna be out of the picture. They was gonna be out of the picture. So we kind of knew it was already coming. So we'll see what happens
Yeah.
with that.
Like I said, if I'm him, take your time. Take your time. Make sure you weigh all your options. Make sure it's the right place to go to. Because,
For
like I
sure.
said, you can tell he didn't give much thought.
Yeah.
Oh, he's my former college teammate. Okay, and I
Bro.
played with him. We won a Super Bowl together. That ain't the same damn quarterback you won a Super Bowl with. Like you got to put a little bit more thought into just relationships. Relationships can only get you so far.
Facts. Cause it ain't just you. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? You and your quarterback. It's 51 other guys on the squad, bro.
yep.
And shit, I think that's why the man was over there ticked off. Excuse me. I think that's why that man was over there ticked off in Las Vegas with them Raiders.
Who he
As
was hot.
soon as he got there, Derek Carr, you gone, big dog. We holla at you. Peace. And I thought that I don't know.
he was he
I still
threw up
feel
the
weird
big
about that move, bro. I don't
he
know.
threw up the big deuces with them motherfuckers. Like I ain't never seen him so nonchalant. He was like, it is what it is, bro.
That's it.
I gotta get the ball. That better host is if I don't score, we don't touch the ball. I don't see a good chance of us winning. I'm just saying. I'm damn.
I
God.
mean, is it not real?
I mean, he
Is it
wasn't
still
lying. It was
good?
just like shit.
For real. That shit just crazy. But hey, Stevo, you got anything left for the episode, Brody?
Nah, man. I'm just waiting. I'm. This is the time in the NFL where we gonna have some content for you. Cause this is where these little stupid ass, weird ass stories come out. I'm hearing that Abdul Carter slapped his Penn State coach in his sophomore year. How the fuck did y'all figure that out?
Not real. And why it take 2 years to find
Or
out?
I
Like,
take
what the
two
fuck?
years to surface, right?
Who was the offensive lineman that on draft night somebody released a
Fucking
photo of them smoking?
Tunsil, Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah, bro, crazy as hell. So
And you know who
all the
did that?
social media in the
You
world
you
now
know
you
who
waiting
did
until
that
draft
though?
night.
Do you know who leaked that though?
Who?
His fucking stepdad.
What a
He
hater.
he beat the shit out of him though. He got the he beat. I say I ain't gonna lie. You cost that big. I think he cost them like 7.5.
Yeah, because
Cause
he
you know,
fell so
cause
far in the draft.
he was supposed to go like top 5 if I'm not mistaken. At least top 10. I think he dropped to what 11, 15 or something like that.
Yeah, he dropped hard, bro. It was
I
crazy.
was, and you know what's crazy? That I was there. That was the time when they had the draft day. It was in Chicago. I
Hmm.
was there at the podium where they walked out, and they were just showing pictures of tweets. The tweet pops up, and we like, is
Ain't
that
no
fucking
way.
Laramie Tunsil?
That's
And then we just
crazy.
watching this motherfucker fall, blue, blue, blue. We like, damn.
Crazy. I love to go to the draft, but I ain't going to no damn Green Bay. I'll catch y'all in
Nah,
another city
nah, they
next
need to
year.
bring it back. They gonna bring it back soon. I think they gonna bring it back. But yeah, I ain't going no fucking Green Bay. I'll be spitting on motherfuckers by the time I leave.
All right, that's it's time to go. But y'all, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode. Man, the support has been tremendous. We ask that y'all continue to hit that like button and subscribe. That's how y'all could be able to go ahead and support the channel. And we appreciate them comments in the comment box below. Hey, we have some agreements, we have some disagreements, but that's what football is about. Let's keep
Mm-hmm.
those conversations going, man. In the meantime, in between time, Hit that like button before you go. Subscribe before you go. And you already know we going to catch y'all on the next episode for sure. Peace, y'all.